Gemini, good morning guys, how you doing? So let's see what you've got coming up for your week then. I'm also hearing Jen, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. Again. Is it Ipsy Dipsy Poe and whatever it is? Do you have children and they're watching daytime television? I'm also hearing a Paul McCartney song of daytime, nighttime suffering. So I seem to be suffering at the moment for something. It might be an illness. Could be ill and you're suffering. It's kind of like it's daytime, nighttime suffering. I'm also hearing night nurse. Something like needing to see a nurse or a doctor's for someone here. Don't forget though, if the messages don't relate, you can also watch it as a Capricorn placement because we deal in numerology. Numerology is 6, which is Capricorn and also Gemini. Okay, so let's see, Gemini, what have you got coming up this week, please, for Gemini? So, 6 of Cups, family and relationships, a lot of communication. A lot of you are possibly already married. You're just communicating with your partner quite a lot here. I'm also hearing the name Charlotte. At the moment, for you guys that may be in difficult circumstances, but there should be a lot of communicating between you and a partner. If not, there's a lot of travelling and communicating as well as just like being with someone. Definitely in a relationship. Somebody is in a relationship, that's for sure. Now, if you're in a third party, that means that the person's in a relationship already. Okay. What's hearing the name Eddie, Edwina, Edmonds, Berry, Holly, and Jody. Let's see, Gemini, what have they got coming up? Timbo, you're right, Tim. He's still watching, Tim. Let's see. Lucy, Lucifer. I'm also hearing Lucifer, which would be a Capricorn. Lucy, Louise, Louisiana, Pollyanna, Polish sausage. Someone might be sucking a sausage. Or Poland, or it might be snowing where you are at the moment. Let's see, very cold. I'm also hearing something like hot and cold flu, or blowing hot and then cold. But I'm picking up like hot and cold fever, like a temperature. Could have something around Sagittarius, maybe, like Power 5, Sagittarius, Taurus. But like hot and cold, blowing hot and cold temperature. Okay, like thermostat. Your internal thermostat. Or something to do around your heating, or your heating bill, or something to do around heating, thermostat and heating. Let's see. Gemini, what have they got coming up this week? So there you go, you got Meg Ryan, the Empress, and you got a 2. So like I said, you know, if you guys are in a third party situation, not everybody is, but if you are, there's Piscean energy here. If you are, it does mean that what you're watching for, this person is in a relationship. If it be 4, that'll be a Scorpio Aries placement as well, but there's a relationship present, that's 100%. Okay. Choice of 2 is basically just a lot of things, communicating with my partner, deciding where to go out, what to do, all of those kind of things. Let's see, Gemini this week, please, Gemini. So you got the Ace of Cups, yeah. I'm kind of picking up signs of, like I said, guys, it depends on what you're watching or looking for, but there's a relationship here. Okay. Gemini, what's going on with Gemini, please, this week? Gemini, so you got 8 of Cups. It's normally... Yeah, Emperor, there's the Emperor, there's the 4 energy, Scorpio, Aries. So there is an Emperor and Empress, obviously, here. I don't think this is leaving, walking away. I think it's just going towards. I think that you guys here may not actually live together, or Maynard, get your Maynard again, Tool, or this Maynard child that went missing in Canada, I think it was. But yeah, the Emperor and the Empress are definitely together. If you are in a third party, that definitely means that the fact that someone's already connected to a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife situation. 8 of Cups is normally someone that goes to see this person. So it means that the people that are in a relationship, they possibly don't live with one another. You could well do in this circumstance here, but this is normally going to travel and visit an Aries or a Scorpio person that could be in the family maybe. Let's see, Gemini, but you're coming up as a counterpart if you're in relationships. The strongest one, the Emperor and the Empress. And if it isn't you, it's your children, if you've got kids. Gemini, this week. 9 of Cups. the Knight of Pentacles. So if you're client-based, they're coming in very slowly, a little bit like my Patreon, really, and a little bit like people that subscribe to this channel. Please make sure you also subscribe. I think I get a lot of viewers, but people don't subscribe. So please make sure that you subscribe, hit the like button and all that sort of jazz, right? I was hearing Jazz, Jasmine, Jackie, Jazz, Jackson, something to do with Wolverine. Okay, Maureen, Wolverine, Wolf. Some of you might be a wolf in sheep's clothing. Or buying clothes, something to do with clothing, or like, I keep picking up where it's really cold where you are at the moment. Okay. Yeah, but Knight of Pentacles can mean that it's a slow moving action. Things are not coming in as quite as quick as I want them to. Let's see, Gemini this week. So you got Seven of Swords. So you have got someone that's returning. So, like I said, I think this came up in the personal tarot reading. If you've been watching, please make sure you watch that. It was before this one. Personal tarot reading, if the story relates. There was a situation of someone that does keep coming back into someone's life after being with this person here, like Aries, the Empress, 4 Scorpio. Could be involvement. This could be a Meg Ryan, a piece on the side. Someone keeps like allowing this person to come back in, but they are with someone and you can't, well, you would know that. That's for 100% sure. Okay. Now, if there isn't anybody out there where you are in, say, a third party situation here with this Empress energy, then this is basically just keep traveling to and from, going to work, coming back, general tarot card reading. If I don't live with a person or my children don't, my children keep going backwards and forwards, in and out the door, out the door, in the door, out the door. Some of you could be in a DAW, that might be mixing, mastering, music and production, and you're doing all of that and you're always focusing on music, like Tim. You right, Timbo? Here's the guitar going, son. But this would be like, say, for instance, if it isn't you, you're in a relationship, but your children are. Okay. If you've got kids and they are also in a relationship, this is someone that just like keeps going backwards and forwards from one house to another house. Oh, the name Chris, Christina, Chrissy Ra, Chrissy Ray, Chrissy Ma. Okay, Mama Mia. Mama Jamma. You right there, Mama Jamma? Mama just killed a man. Let's see, Gemini this week, please, Gemini. So you got the Tower. So that, and the Seven of Wands. So this is for a lot of you that could be going through a third party situation where you are having a Kundalini awakening and a spiritual one connected to another one, and you're needing to learn boundaries, just constant boundaries, allowing the person back in, talking to the person, but things really not progressing anywhere. And then you maybe cut them off, cut them out, and then that doesn't work. And then later on they come back and you're just having a Kundalini awakening of an experience on with the soulmate that you've got here. That's 100% for you metaphysical lot here. Once I keep in the name Charlotte, also Lottie, Laura, Lucy, L, anybody who's got L, maybe an Elzebub could be involved, could be a Capricorn. Like I said, if you guys have not communicated and you're just having a spiritual awakening with someone's energy, you're actually just not even communicating. You're not like, so this wouldn't be the person just coming back into your energy, man. Y'all guys need to wake up from that a little bit here, okay? You've got to presently be in someone's life, and you've got to make a move. Because if you don't make a move and you don't do anything, you don't get anything, you don't go nowhere, you just stay put, and your readings will be the same next week, next month, next year, okay? So you need to make a move on someone. So, for instance, if you're just sitting back constantly waiting people for make a move on you, and they never do, that's probably because it could well be down to you to do it, okay? So you've kind of got this energy where it all can also be around work and money. Like, I can't be bothered to work. I can't be bothered to earn any money. I can't be bothered to go out. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there. I'm just constantly going through fear. Well, you have two choices in life, people, here. You either let fear, panic attacks, worry, and like an awakening, but it can also be mental breakdown and health. You got two choices. You can either let fear ruin and govern your life, because you can say, well, I fear going out, I fear doing anything, I fear letting anyone in, I fear letting anybody go, but then, or anything go from the past, okay, But if you're always on that, that's happening anyway. That's happening constantly, and it has done for many years. If you're constantly living out of regret and fear, you'll go through that anyway, and you have done, and you've probably accomplished doing that very well and not actually got anywhere. Okay, just waiting for Paul or something to come along your way, but it never does. And I just believe in this law of attraction shit without me putting in any effort and any time or anything like that, then things are just going to work out the way they do. Well, they don't, unfortunately. So you have two options. One, you can continue to do that to see if that works continuously. Or two, you can fight through the fear and think, well, if I'm experiencing fear and I'm experiencing nothing, I've done that really well. So I have to fight through that and realise if I want more, I've got to go and get more. If not, I'm staying in this circumstance. They're your two choices. Now, for a lot of people out there would say, no, but fear is consuming me because I have PTSD, I have traumatic experiences, I have bad life experiences, I've had this, everything has happened to me, blah, blah, blah. Like I said, you've done that well and that's happened to you. You can't change the past, but what you can do is change the future by doing something. Now, you can either let it consume you, or you can fight through that and actually do something with it, because you can't change it. Okay, so if your life isn't changing and things are just remaining the same, it's probably because you're not doing anything to change the energy. Okay, that's a different, I don't know what that could, because that could be coming up just for one or two people, or just a circumstance here. Okay. Because it could also be, like I said, around money, because this is also like a slow amount of nothing really coming in that makes me stable, but it also makes me physically unable and unstable as well. So it's a little bit like this job, right? For instance, if you take this job, I am constantly sitting at this desk. And if I'm not doing readings, I'm doing personal readings. And if I'm not doing those, I'm editing. Constantly all day long, right? So I don't get up, I don't do anything, I don't go out for walks because I don't have time, blah blah blah. And it can be very consuming, where you have to give up a lot of things in your life in order to just sit at a desk all day. Okay, but some of this, like I said, it also needs motivation. I need something else to inspire me, to motivate me. Okay, normally that's a job. Like, if you know, I actually did consider this just for to get a part-time job on top of this, but I wouldn't be able to do both because I just wouldn't be able to keep up. But I only considered doing that is because I thought, I need to get out of the house a little bit more and do something a little bit more, like a part-time job or something that's going to get me out of the house. But then work normally picks up and I just think, let's see, Gemini, what's going on with Gemini? Okay, so you got the Six of Swords. You got the Moon, hiding feelings. This seems to be more of a motherly situation that's going on here. Like I said, there's a Kundalini awakening where people, they're not even opening up their feelings. Please don't be one of those people that I shout at, that just watches tarot expecting communication, like what's tarot saying about the person communicating with me. Nothing. They're not going to. So if you want to, then you communicate. If you don't get any answer at all by the end of the week and you haven't tried, then you've got to be the one that reaches out. And if you can't get by that, you just stay in these energies. Okay. An awakening. Okay. You just stay there. You know, not doing anything, not expressing feelings or emotions. Okay. Now, if you guys are like, they keep hiding the other person from me, but you know they're not actually hiding anything. They're not actually hiding anyone or anything, Heidi, okay, or Freya or Freeman. But if you know that, they're not hiding anything, okay, so you're giving of it, you're allowing it, okay. Like I said, you can say, no, I'm not allowing it, but you're still going through it, so you're allowing it, right? I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, I never wanted this life. I know you're just blaming life, you're still blaming, okay. Life will only give you lemons. It depends what you do with those lemons that make it into something else, okay. Do you take the seeds and do you plant them and grow a lemon tree? Okay, do you sell the lemons or do you just stick with it being a lemon? Okay, let's see. Gemini this week, please. Gemini. So you got the Queen of Wands now. Okay, so I am kind of picking up that there are different signs coming through of like a mother situation, possibly could be getting divorced. Okay, because this could be people that have children and they're coming from different aspects of the reading itself. Okay, the divorced crew that we've kind of been going through here. Now, let me just do you a few of these because I haven't used these for a while. Before I tell you about the next part of the reading. So anything, any messages that you want Gemini. So you got giving money. Okay, giving money, Gemini. So we will clarify those to find out what that is. But something about giving out donations or money. Now, like I said, this might be looking to receive money because you do have it down here about something not happening. And it might be where I'm waiting to receive money from someone giving me it, like a handout. Like I need a handout. I need someone to hand me down or hand me over some kind of finances and money. Okay, now, if it isn't anything, that's giving. That's found equality. If I give, I receive energy. Okay. But we will find out what that is for you. Any other messages here, please, for Gemini, please, for Gemini. So you got chasing. Chasing. It's in the distance there. Okay, chasing. So that, like I said, this is a chasing energy. Could be chasing a dragon, but like I'm chasing and chasing and chasing. Okay, so like if you guys are life path 7 energies or Cancerian energies, okay, and you've not learnt about becoming a runner, okay, you could be chasing after someone all the time. Or they could be you. Like I said, if you're the runner, people normally chase after you all the time. Okay. Let's see. Gemini. What else have we got, Gemini? So we've got spiritual hater. Hates on your spiritual light and magic powers. Well, that's a lot of people. That could also be a lot of people that also say that they're spiritual or that they are spiritual. But that's probably a lot of tarot readers that maybe not agreeing with other people, you know, tarot reading stuff here. But we'll find out. We will clarify those for you. Okay. So tell me more about this. Let's put these on top of here, Gemini, so you can see what I'm doing, Dave. So tell me more about this giving money. What is this to do with, please? This giving money for Gemini. Why do they have giving money? So you've got waiting on an investment. Like I said, some of you are waiting on someone to give you your money here. Because this can be like a long-term investment, but it's both energies. Because if I've spent a hell of a long time building up my finances, I'm basically just investing it back into the business. So I'm sort of like receiving either way. I'm just waiting for payday, basically. So some of you, you could be on the breadline and you're waiting for someone to give you money, or you've got a load of money, you're just waiting basically to be paid. Okay. Tell me more about this 7 of Pentacles, please. 7 of Pentacles. But I mean, if you get paid at the end of the month, everybody, you know, waits to get paid at the end of the month, right here. Unless you've got savings. But there's a dick here if you guys are wanting a wand and stuff like that. It's kind of like, well, I'm waiting. This is kind of like people that also do things that are very creative. Okay, very creative. Got a creative idea. I'm either going forward on my idea or I'm just waiting for fucking, I don't know, waiting for an epiphany of where I've already been told an idea, but I'm not doing it. It's an option. It's given to you by, like, an idea. It's like, bam, epiphany, bam, all right, there you go, Steph. There's my idea. I'm now waiting to do it. How long have you been waiting? Right, yeah, but I need money to be able to do my idea. All right, so you could be in a 2 and 8, which is, I don't know. Okay, 2 and 8, 10, yes, no, 2, just beginning and ending. Or I am doing a load of things that are creative, and I'm looking how to expand and actually grow my business by doing things that are creative. Okay. Okay, so let's chasing. What's this chasing energy to do with? Why does Gemini have chasing? Chasing. So you got the Queen of Cups and the 9 of Wands. So some of you are just constantly chasing the person down with PTSD or trauma, or you believe that they are. Like I said, man, this is fear. PTSD lasts forever unless you fight and do something. Because the more you sit and not doing anything, thinking and thinking, you just get more fear and more, trust me, or morphine, doctors, hospitals and drugs. Trust me, I've been in these circumstances my whole life. I don't just tell you because I'm a reader. I tell you because I was a counsellor, a drug addict, plus a drug counsellor, plus a relationship counsellor, and then also like for places as well, town councilship. Okay, so with PTSD, if you have PTSD and you're fearful, you will be like that forever. The only way you get rid of it is by facing the fear, right? Which means pushing forward towards a 10, working hard and realising, shit, if I'm a recluse and I'm sitting in doing nothing but I want love and I'm not doing anything about it, what am I doing? Nothing. So what do I have to do? Fight through fear to get to the ending, which means that if I hold anybody in my life accountable for my own life, for what happened to me, I'm going to be living with that forever, whether I do something about it or not. So I've got two choices. I either live with it forever and do nothing, Trevor, or I learn to live without it, but it's still going to be there. But I have to push forward. If I want things, I've got to go and get things. Because it can be people that are like chasing a dream, but I don't never go to get my dreams. They're never fulfilled, okay? But it can also be I'm suffering through a huge amount of traumatic experiences of my love life, because my love lives have never, ever, where I'm holding all men accountable now, or all women accountable now, for their actions that happened to me karmically in my life. Two choices. Do something about it or stay as you are. Okay, Kurt Cobain. So what's the spiritual hater? Who is the spiritual hater? Capricorn, possible, Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Wands, someone that isn't speaking, possible Libra placements, maybe Virgo or Life Path 9, don't know. There's a lot going on around this spiritual hater because there's karmic energies here. So like I said, some of you could be blaming other people. This is blaming other people. This is like, you know, I don't like what you do. I don't like what you say. I don't like him. I don't like her for you. I don't like that bitch that's with him. She doesn't suit you. You shouldn't be with him, blah, blah, blah. She's doing this. He's doing that. They're doing witchcraft. All of this bollocks. Blaming through PTSD. Might not even be real. Okay. So, like I said, this chasing energy is kind of coming through as whatever, but this hating energy is hating on people that are with people. I don't like it the fact that you're successful. I don't like it the fact that you speak the truth or don't speak. Okay, I don't like that we have a difference of opinion, that you read in numerology and I fucking don't. And I think it's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, I can't stand that you're a tarot reader and that you have more subscribers or whatever than me. Okay, can be people like that also in competition. YouTube is competition. YouTube is competition. Don't have to hate upon people, but it is it's very competitive sport, if you like. It's very competitive, right? But if it isn't to do with that, these are people that are just blaming other people spiritually because of their karmic situations of life that they were in. Marriages, broken down relationships, the bitch that's with my man, the man that's with my bitch, the bitch that's with a bitch. It really doesn't matter. If you're blaming other people, you're just going to get more of this. More confusion, no speaking, no talking, not getting on, blah, blah, blah. These could be the married couple, the ones that don't speak, don't talk, narcissistic ex, narcissistic blah, blah, blah. They're a narc. You know, how are you getting on? Not very good. My husband was an arsehole. Still going through it, still feeling the pain, still trying to get over it. Very salty, very annoyed, very frustrated. Okay, PTSD, coming out, trying to come out of it. But like I said, the only way you can come out of PTSD is by not giving it energy, not giving it a second thought. Okay. So some of you are on that timeline and when it comes to around spiritual haters. But this is also people that are working hard to get what they want, but maybe having to work harder than other people, or not at all, okay? Because this is work. Saturn is work, Jupiter, Saturn. But like, you know, Jupiter is a giver, so is Saturn. They're both roughly the same. They take and give, okay? But, you know, this is where people can blame other people for not getting money, for having too much money, for not having no money, for not working, for not speaking, for not talking, for having sleepless nights. I can't think straight. I don't know my head from my arsehole, Dave. I don't know left, I don't know right. I don't know, I've got no one to speak to, I've got no one to talk to. The world just seems to be giving me fucking nothing but lemons, not even a squeezer. Like, I don't even know how to do anything. And I'm just going to blame everybody that was in my life that did it to me. No good, it's not happening. You won't get anywhere, you'll stay in this. You will stay in this. Now, like I said, you can hate me, if you like, for telling the truth, because someone has to. Someone has to tell people to snap the fuck out of it if they're going to do something. Or they can just put a little bit of Vaseline on your feelings and say, oh, well, you know, that'll be all right, don't worry. Just keep doing that and see if it works. Has it? Will it? No. Has anybody ever been able to stand up and say to someone, look, you've got to give yourself a fucking shake and your head a wobble. All right, life is tough. It is tough for everybody. No matter what they've gone through, they will find parts of their life tough. Yeah, but my life's been tougher than yours because, again, I don't want to hear it. Because someone's either going to tell you to snap the fuck out of it and wake up, or they're just going to lie to your ass and just keep you stuck. It's up to you. Me, I'd rather a shot dose of someone saying to me, listen, right here. So there's your kind of stuff that's going on there. Right. So if you want to help me, support me, live, okay, and breathe and do the things I need to do and make it worthwhile, if you want to join my Patreon, you get a lot more over on Patreon. So as it stands at the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw you 3 cards for your outcome with the Rider-Waite deck here. 3 cards that are going to hopefully find trines and squares within situations that are going to come up around counterparts, yes or no's, and 3 outcome cards. Then I'm going to also use these cards to find out the hidden truth around certain people and energies here. I don't know what that was that fell. Okay, then I'm going to clarify all of these with the Rider-Waite deck and tell you what you've got coming up and everything else that's kind of going on in your life as well as your love life. Okay, so if you would like to join, it will be the silver or the gold tier. That link can be found below. If you would like to reach out for a personal reading, the link is gone now, just the email there. So compose an email. So go to your email, compose a new email and type out my email. Don't click the link, just because I've took the link away now. But some people, they're not getting through to my emails. Okay, and I think it's because you're pressing the link to go straight to your email and it's not getting through. So try composing an email and then sending it that way by typing out my email address. If that doesn't get through, I've opened up another email, and that is 7tarot@btinternet.com. But I will probably put that out. But the way I normally do it, if people can't get through, if you leave me your email in the comment section and I reply, somehow that works. But try that. Try composing an email and typing out my email address. Okay? So all links are provided below for Patreon anyway. All right, guys. Thanks very much. We'll see you soon.